If you are building an application in Power Apps, you know how important UI UX designs are. But the elements in Power Apps are static and very plain, which doesn't look very intriguing. But nowadays, we see the applications which contains a lot of animation that not only make our app look prettier, but also very interactive. Now the question arises how we can make our own Power Apps application more interactive by adding animations. Hi, I'm Gaurav from KnowHow Academy. So, as we know, the animations in an application is very important. But where we can implement the animation? So, let me tell you with an example. Suppose there is a button in your application and on the button is a specific action which need to be performed. Now, if the user clicks on the button multiple times, he won't know the process is being run or not. So, this is a technical error. If there will be an animation, the user will know that the action is being performed. So, he will not click the button multiple times. So that's where we can use our animation. Now, let me tell you what we are going to do in this video. In this video, we will implement the button animation in our Power Apps application. Then, we will create a Power Automate flow to see our animation working or not. And after that, we will copy the animation code and use it in our other screens. So first, we will create an application. We will start with a blank canvas. So here is our screen 1. Now, before starting, we will check whether our modern input controls are enabled or not. So in the setting updates, here we can enable the modern controls and theme. Now, we will click on insert and here take a button. The alignment, we will align in the center. Now in our button, we need to add an action. So we know the button action is added with onSelect. So for the action, we will create a Power Automate flow first. So here we will click on Power Automate, create a new flow. Here in the action, we will add the delay and select second. The count, we'll set it to 10. And after that, we will simply respond to our Power Apps. Then we will set the name of our flow, which will be sample animation flow. After that, we will click save. So here you can see our flow is added. Now in our button action, we'll write the flow name, which will be sample animation flow dot run. In the button text, we will change the text to save and the icon will also be save. After that, we will click on preview. Here, we will select the size to canvas size, click on save. Now here you can see our flow is being running and we are being notified with the help of our dots on the top. But the user can still click on save. So if I will click multiple times, it will be a technical error because in our Microsoft Power Automate, let me show you. Here in our My Flows, you can see there are multiple flow running, which is technically incorrect. So that's where we need to add the animation. So to add an animation, first Here we will take a timer, then on our timer we will turn on the repeat. The duration we will set it to 1, and there is an action. Now there is a property on our timer which is on timer end. So on timer end we will create a variable which will be update context. Then we will set the name which will be LOC rotation angle, which will be mod of our variable lock rotation angle plus 15 degree by maximum rotation 360 degree. Close the bracket and done. So here we have added our variable. Now here on our save we will create another variable on select. So here we will write update context. The variable will be lock saving. It will be true. And we will copy this and paste here, and here it will be false. Now after that we will add the condition in our icon. We will write if LOC saving. If it's saving, then it will show arrow sync, else it will show save. Now same for text. If LOC saving, then we will change the text to saving ... else save. Here we have set the text and the icon. Also we need to set the display mode. We want our button to be disabled when our flow is running. So we will use the same condition again. LOC saving, display mode will be disabled. After that, also we will do one more thing, which will set the icon rotation of our button. So instead of 0, it will be same if LOC saving, then it will be our variable which is LOC rotation angle, else 0. So we have added the animation on our button, but we need to do one more thing, which is now on our timer start, we will search the property start. Here we will add the variable LOC saving. When LOC saving will be true, our timer will be start. Now we don't want our timer to be visible, so we will turn off the visible property of our timer. After turning it off, click on preview, then we'll click on save. As you can see here, our animation is working perfectly. And when our flow run is complete, the animation is gone. So this is how you can implement the animation on the button in your Power Apps application. Now we need to use the code of this animation in our other pages. So for that, we will simply create a new screen. Here we will select the table and form. Here we will set the table. So for that we will connect our SharePoint list. Here select SharePoint. We will connect the SharePoint site. So here instead of table we need to connect our SharePoint list. So we will add the data from SharePoint. We will select the SharePoint site and here we will connect our list, which is test list. In the table we will write test list. So here we have our table, so we need to connect our SharePoint lists. So in our SharePoint, here we have our table named participants. So we will connect this. Here add data, click on SharePoint, select our SharePoint site and our list name participants. Now in the items we will write participants. For the item, here instead of table it will be same participants. We need to add our fields. So we have field title, department, email, session. Here we'll write title, then department, then email, and that's it. We will take only 3 fields here. Now after that, here we will remove the delegation by adding the list name. After that, here you can see our page is ready, so we need to add the animation on our submit button. So for that we will go in our tree view. Here on the screen 1 we will create a group. So for that we'll copy this, so here we have our timer. So here we will simply group by this and it will be animation group. After that we will set our timer visible to false. On the animation group we will click on copy code. After that, here in our submit button we'll click on the paste code. Now here on the save button action, on select we will remove the flow run and here add a comment, add your action here. Now we will take the submit button, we will copy this action, on the save we will paste the submit form action here and remove the submit button. Also for the save text, here we will write submit. After that we will check by clicking preview. In the edit we will edit the record here. Here click on submit. As you can see, it's saving and it's success. So this is how you can use the animation code anywhere in your application. So this is how you can implement the animation and use the animation code anywhere in your app in Power Apps. So in this video, we learned how to make a button animation in our Power Apps. Then we created our Power Automate flow to check the animation. Then we used the code of our animation in other screens. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your IT source. We are always there to help you navigate to the tech world. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. So stay curious and keep learning.